Alright guys, so things are really starting to leak out here for Black Ops Cold War Zombies. We're in the final week here, the final stretch before this game actually releases. You guys know how it works. The week before a new Call of Duty launches, people get access to early copies of the game. They somehow get into the digital version of the game that they downloaded, and they leak out info about the game that we just don't know about. That actually happened. Xbox players who pre-downloaded Black Ops Cold War were able to get into the game somehow offline, and were able to give us a bunch of interesting information here about the zombie menus and settings specifically. We're going to talk about that. We also have some new leaked achievements from the Zombie Onslaught game mode as well that will be giving us some hints about the core zombies mode as well. And I'm also going to respond to a bunch of your guys' comments from last video. If we can go for 500 likes, that'd be greatly appreciated. Subscribe to the channel for more Black Ops Cold War Zombies. Super close to 60k. So again, thank you guys. Shout out to the members as always. Let's get started here first with the leaked settings, a bunch of the menu information here. This is very interesting. The links will be down below, but we've actually talked about this before. There was a leak that came out a while ago that was a leaked gameplay screenshot from a pre-alpha version of Black Ops Cold War Zombies. This was from mid-August or something like that. And what we saw there was that it had the multiplayer UI on the screen, and people didn't like it. It had the compass, the mini-map, it had all different stuff, and people were wondering, is this what Zombies is actually going to look like here? And from the settings, a lot of these features do pop up, but it's actually different from what you guys are thinking here. So let's go through all of these Zombies settings here. The first one here, we have horizontal compass, which is just the little compass at the top of the screen that you see in multiplayer nowadays. You can enable it or disable it. So it's just a feature. If you want it, you can enable it, and if you don't want it, you can disable it. So pretty simple there. It doesn't force you to do anything. The next one here, floating damage numbers, you can enable that or disable it, and zombie names and health bars, and you can also enable and disable. So let's talk about this here for a second. Usually when you shoot a zombie, the only metric that you're worried about, and the only thing that really pops up on screen besides a potential hit marker, are the points that you're receiving per bullet or per zombie kill. But now that's not the only metric we could be paying attention to or worry about in this game. We now have the option for a health bar for all the zombies that we have, and when we shoot a zombie, we could also see how much damage we're doing to them. Based on the reveal trailer, it looks like there's going to be a lot of different types of zombies, presumably with all different health bars, all different maximum healths, and the different weapons that we're using, especially the fact that we have different rarities for all of the weapons, will also obviously have different damage effects and will do different amounts of damage for the different zombies that we're killing. And since there's so much variety this time around, this might actually be a useful metric that we could use in the game to see, you know, how much health does this, let's say, Panzer Soldat. I know the Panzer Soldat isn't going to be in Die Maschine most likely, but let's say it is in Die Maschine. It'd be kind of nice to know how much health that Panzer Soldat has in total and how much health he has left after shooting him a certain amount of times. It's kind of a pretty good metric there. And again, if you don't want these metrics at all, you could disable it, and that's that. So it doesn't force you to do anything here. Another thing is the rounds increase, the zombies get stronger, so these health bars will also get, you know, higher as well, and they'll all vary and be different from zombie to zombie. So I feel like overall, if you want to have this feature, it kind of is a cool option if you want to keep track of how much damage you're doing, how much health these zombies have, and different stuff like that. Now the zombie names, really weird there. The most likely scenario here is that for a normal zombie, it'll just say, you know, whatever the normal zombie is, and then for a boss zombie, it'll say that boss zombie. Again, it'll, you know, say like Panzer Soldat above the zombie, and then maybe for a different type of zombie, like the Nova Crawler or the new Nova Dogs that are in Die Maschine, it'll, you know, say that as well. Or it could be something crazy where literally every single zombie has its own name, and that kind of makes sense because technically the zombies were humans before, so they could honestly all have different names, and we could be seeing all different zombies with like crazy German and Russian names. That would be kind of annoying, so they're most likely not going to do that. It's most likely just going to be differentiating between a normal type of zombie, a boss zombie, a Nova Crawler, a dog, and different stuff like that. Some more settings here for the game. We have in-game alert icons, enable, disable, input device icons, mouse tool tips, and then obviously field of view, brightness, split screen will also be in this as well, and motion blur. There probably are a bunch of different menu settings that have not been leaked. I'm guessing those are going to leak and release pretty soon because people are going to be able to get back into this game. This was just a fluke here, but once people get early copies, we'll actually get to see what the main menu is of this game because it probably will look really sick. There's also a feature kind of similar to Black Ops 3. I'm pretty sure Black Ops 4 had this as well, where you can set the background music to any different Call of Duty game, all different background soundtracks, different themes that we've seen in past Call of Duty games. You are able to enable for the background of your game, and zombie themes are there that would allow you to listen to different background zombies music throughout all of the different game modes in Black Ops Cold War. So that's kind of cool. I don't know if it's going to have the same full library of zombie soundtracks and all of the Easter egg songs like Black Ops 3 had. Hopefully it does, but that definitely is a really sick feature there. Now, all of the achievements for Black Ops Cold War did leak out around last week or so, but we actually have a couple of extra achievements for the PlayStation only game mode Onslaught Zombies Onslaught here. So the first one here is World Traveler. In Onslaught, kill an elite in each map. So an elite looks like it is some sort of new zombie type, at least for Onslaught. Most likely, it seems like from the trailer, a lot of these zombies within Onslaught are just from the core zombies game mode. So an elite is most likely some sort of boss zombie from Die Maschine. The next one here, Go for Gold. In Onslaught, acquire 7 gold chalices, so just another challenge to do in Onslaught itself. And then the last one here, Overpowered. In Onslaught, kill an elite with a support. And I don't know if that means support weapon or some sort of score streak or something, but that's pretty much what you're doing here, killing an elite with a support. Only 3 achievements here for Onslaught, and if you don't have Onslaught, I'm pretty sure on Xbox, you could still fully complete the game, at least achievements wise. They're not going to hold it against you that you can't get those Onslaught achievements because you literally don't have access to this game mode. So that's obviously not a big deal there. And it goes to show you only 3 achievements. Like, this game mode probably isn't too large anyway if it only has 3 small easy achievements. It's just some sort of side game mode that they gave for PlayStation only. Now, I'm going to respond to some comments here from you guys. I asked you guys to leave your comments down below. What do you want Treyarch to add to Cold War Zombies? Some new features here. The first one here is kind of just going off of what I talked about, but he says, great video, bro. I love your idea about how to do the Easter egg in the future. I'm a casual player, so I'm down for all these simpler gameplay Easter eggs. I would like to take it a step forward and say that for casual players like myself, I would love an Easter egg journal or notebook guide, kind of like World War II, where you know what to do and how to do it for a casual Easter egg. But for the elitists, they can always do the real Easter egg by doing steps that aren't listed in the journal and notebook. So that would be a pretty interesting idea there. Have at least one major Easter egg per map in the game where it still is a major Easter egg. It still has like kind of difficult steps to do, but they're more gameplay focused. And also, even if they're not gameplay focused, they give you some sort of guide on how to do it. So World War II had the journal, the notebook guide. It also kind of guided you in game. I'm pretty sure the final right, they gave you up on screen prompts to like do different steps in the Easter egg, and they kind of told you what to do. I think most zombie fans aren't going to like that. I think they'll only be fine with it as long as there is this major, elitist Easter egg, or just this major Easter egg where it takes a lot of steps. They don't tell you what to do. It's kind of more difficult, and, they could still have fun doing that Easter egg. And for casual players, there at least is a certain part of the Easter egg or a side Easter egg that still is important, but not too crazy and cipher intensive and different stuff like that. My thinking about Easter eggs, you guys obviously know if you saw yesterday's video. I'm saying keep the Easter eggs how they are. Don't tell us how to do the Easter eggs. Don't make them easier. Just make them more gameplay focused. So it still could be difficult, but it really has to be difficult in the sense that you actually have to kill zombies, do crazy steps, and do different things in the actual gameplay as opposed to completing random ciphers and looking at different codes and sheets and stuff and then having to worry about RNG to get your Easter egg done. That kind of isn't as fun. I think more of the gameplay side of things, it's a lot more fun and also a little bit more better for casual players because they don't need to worry about ciphers and looking up all different videos. They can kind of just do it in game. Even if it takes some more time and it's a bit more difficult to do, it's all in game and easy to understand. Next one here, I wish I could add something I could trap the zombie in so I don't have to constantly run from him all game when I do Easter egg steps, building shield and whatnot. But they shouldn't make it easy. Obviously, the map I'm thinking about is buried, and you could give a crawler to Leroy. Leroy would hold the crawler like a little baby, and you could do all of your stuff, and Leroy would protect the crawler. It wouldn't die. You can get your stuff done. So that was a really good feature. But then again, you have to think as well, maybe that is too easy. I think the perfect compromise here is that the crawlers just don't die out. I don't know how Black Ops 4 did this. Black Ops 3, I'm pretty sure the crawlers did die out after a certain amount of time. If we're thinking back in like Black Ops 1, the crawlers would literally never die out. They'd be hiding. You'd be searching around the map trying to find where the crawler is. But in recent games, I feel like they've been dying out pretty quickly. So maybe we'll have some compromise. Maybe we'll have to just spend some money. And if you spend money on a certain item, that item will make it so the crawler doesn't die, isn't held from you, isn't like protected from you, or you're protected from the crawler, I guess. It just makes the crawler stay alive. So the crawler could still crawl towards you and try to kill you, but it just won't die out, and the rounds won't end. So maybe that would be pretty good. Next one here, I think the Easter eggs to finishing the map will be like extinction. So this isn't really an idea, but it is kind of like an element as to how the Easter eggs are going to work. Extinction pretty much had the thing where it's not really like an Easter egg. The entire map, the point of extinction was to complete through the entire map and exfil and leave the game. And Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War Zombies, they're getting the exfil feature. They're adding it to the game. So the Easter egg for this game might end the game entirely, but I think the extinction feature, the exfil feature, will just be more for normally exfilling. Like if you're playing a game, you're on round 40 and you decide to exfil, you don't want to end the game by killing yourself. You want to get some extra Ethereum crystals, some extra XP. So you're going to use that exfil feature. That will probably be very similar to extinction. You literally go into a helicopter, you're literally exfilling in extinction. That is mandatory exfil this time. It's optional exfil. Maybe for the Easter egg, if you complete it, you will kind of exfil in the same way, but we'll have to see. The Easter egg may end the game. Some maps, when you complete the Easter egg, it doesn't end the game. So we'll just have to see what route D Machina goes. Next one here, forget animated emblems. Let me make my own custom emblem or even custom animated emblem. So that is kind of insane. Custom emblems, especially made by certain artists out there, would probably be some of the coolest things that were ever created in Call of Duty. Unfortunately, I doubt that's going to happen. Obviously, I at least want them to focus on animated emblems and animated, calling cards themselves, because sometimes they kind of are lacking with that. So hopefully they at least get that done. And maybe if they decide to add the customizable feature, they will do that. But I feel like they're not going to do that because they want you to get these features, these emblems, these calling cards, all of these different cosmetic items. They want you to get it from the Battle Pass. They want you to buy it from the store. So I doubt they're ever going to give us the option, at least nowadays, to custom make it ourselves, unfortunately. Maybe towards the end of the life cycle of Black Ops Cold War, they'll let us do that, but we'll have to see. That's pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy. Leave a comment below zombies. If you watched the whole video, it's greatly appreciated. Just want to say, I've been seeing a ton of zombies comments. Like, you guys are literally insane. So seriously, thank you for watching all of these videos. It's crazy. Hopefully, we go hard for Cold War. It's going to be really fun. Hopefully, the game's fun. I'll be playing with you guys, live streaming videos. It's going to be insane. So later this week, man, it's going to be the craziest time. So get ready for that, and I'll see you guys later.